Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. Kusumanjali, there is no tattva, so there is nothing to explain because Rasa you cannot explain. You have to explain the subject to understand Rasa. You see, yesterday Kesab Baba is sharing her feelings. What he is sharing, if you see in the scripture, you will not find them. But what is here is a substance of scripture through his realization. That is relishing. Is something not a new thing. What is not, I see in the scripture, but it's very similar to that scripture. What comes through the realizations. And why this happened? This only happened because of the bhajan and traveling with the sadhus in the village, Bhajanandi. After Gurudev passed away, 80s to 30 years, he only living in the village and traveling, begging the chapatis and living. Always associating sadhus and chanting and living with madhukarinas, 2 chapatis, 3 chapatis. And someday here sleeping, there sleeping, I know. When he become old, then I say, come and here, stay here. Then he agreed. But what he realized, that is his gift by the mercy of Gurudev, he got very much mercy of realization with association of sadhus. That benefit, you can get it. I request him and all like to listen him. Please try to listen, try to ask questions and give more deep subject ask. How much you want to know deep things, ask. And without asking, he knows, because he wants to know which categories, how much capacity you have to receive, then he answers. As per your capacity. Right? By dress you cannot understand. Very funny person. But real sadhu, real virakta, renounced. Radha.
Shri Radha. We are reading from Shri Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, verse 57. When can I pick flowers in Sri Vrindavana?
Loudly.
When can I pick flowers in Sri Vrindavana and bring them before Radha and Mohana, who are playing intimate children's games called Marriage Festival in a play bower, always worshipping brilliant childhood love and getting big goose pimples of astonishing love ecstasy on their skin when they simply pronounce each other's names. When can I pick flowers in Sri Vrindavana and bring them before Radha and Mohana, who are playing intimate children's games called marriage festival in a play bower, always worshipping brilliant childhood love and getting big goose pimples of astonishing love ecstasy on their skins when they simply pronounce each other's names. While Shripada floats on the waves of prayer, a sweet picture comes in front of his eyes by Srimati's grace. He sees a bower forest in a moonlight night, where Shri Radha Mohana are playing with their girlfriends. Srila Narottam Das Thakur sings, Radha and Krishna enjoy their pastimes. How beautiful are their forms. Radhika is like a mine of cleverness, and her limbs are decorated with jeweled ornaments. Giridhari holds Radha's right hand and sweetly walks on with her. Some of their girlfriends walk before and behind them, showering flowers, while others fan them with yak-tail fans. Rai, Kanu are dancing hand in hand, turning around and around on a jeweled platform which is grayed by dust and cooled off by moon rays. Their limbs are studded with goose pimples of ecstasy, arising from each other's touch. The Sakhis take musk and sandal paste in their hands and shower fragrant flowers. Sweat drops of fatigue adorn Krishna's moon-like face, and he stops playing his flute. Narottama's wishes are fulfilled when he relishes their joking pastimes and their sweet Rasika words. He makes a wonderful dress for both of them with flowers and arranges their hair while they perform their eye-enchanting pastimes. After such pastimes, Krishna and the gopis enter a kunja where they sit down on a jeweled throne to relax a little. The Sakhis sit on the floor facing Radha and Krishna, while the dedicated maidservants serve delicious water, garlands, sandal paste, and betel leaves. Everyone can relish Radha and Mohana's sweet exchange of love, which is called Kam Api, or astonishing. There is no comparison to this love, and it cannot be expressed with words either. Srila Jiva Goswami writes in Bhakti Sandarbha, Radha and Mohana's mutual love is always intoxicating them, like a fragrant, enchanting unguent, like nectar or vermilion. When they simply hear each other's names, they get goose pimples of ecstasy on their skins. The Sakis know this and sing their sweet names. All the Sakis and Manjaris, seeing the sweetness of the divine pair, twirl around and around, singing Jai Radhe Mohan. All the Sakis shower flowers and constantly sing Radha Radha Ramana. Both Radha and Krishna become ecstatic when they hear each other's names. And while these names enter their ears, the bearers of these names slip in along with them and cause their hairs to stand erect of ecstasy. The great acharyas describe how Radha and Krishna's mutual love increases during their Purva Raga, first love condition. At that time, Srimati has never met Shyam directly. She had simply heard the two syllables of his name, Shyama. As soon as these syllables entered her ear, they also entered her heart. That sweet name didn't give her any time to think. It immediately attracted her heart and made her surrender at Rasa Mai Shyama Sundara's lotus feet. She had no idea who he was, where he was living, or what his character was like. She had become mad simply by hearing his name, and her passionate love drew her onto the forest path. She could not go because she is a housewife, but she could also not stay at home. So she remained, helplessly repeating the two syllables, Sha and Ma, while goose pimples stood on her skin like blossoming kadamba flowers, and tears streamed from her eyes like torrents of rain. Seeing Srimati's condition, her girlfriends asked her what was the cause of all this ecstasy. So she affectionately held their hands and said, "Dear friend, who sang the name of Shyam? As soon as it entered my ears, it entered my heart and agitated it. I don't know how much honey there is in the name Shyam. I cannot give up chanting it. I've become overwhelmed by repeating this name. How can I forget it?" In the same way, Shyam, who is bliss personified, was immediately overwhelmed by ecstasy as soon as he first heard the name Radha from the mouths of her girlfriends. And he told them, "Saki, who spoke out this name, Radha. As soon as I heard it, my heart was pleased. How many girls' names are there in Gokula? None of them can agitate my heart like this one. How much sweetness is there in that name, filling my ear holes with nectar. When her form becomes manifest in my heart, I feel like floating in an ocean of nectar. I feel fulfilled when I behold her form with my eyes. Thus, Yadunandana weeps. The word Komara Evojvalam in the text appeared to be contradictory because Kumara means childhood and Ujvalam means amorous mellow. Amorous mellows cannot be experienced during childhood. They begin at adolescence, Kishore. It can be concluded, therefore, that the words Shaishava and Kumar, both meaning childhood, actually mean Adya Kishore, or beginning of adolescence. Because Radha and Krishna's bodies are still so tender at this age, they are called Shaishav and Kumara in this verse. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj has given the same explanation for the frequent appearance of these words in his book Krishna Karnamrita. In some tantrika scriptures, the age of Kumar is said to last up to 16, so that could also be a fitting explanation. Some people quote the following verse from the Bhavisya Purana in this connection. Although Krishna was still in his childhood, he assumed an adolescent form to play different loving pastimes with his dearest Radha. But Srila Rupa Goswami and the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, who follow in his footsteps, do not agree with this. For these kinds of miracles are not compatible with the purely sweet and human nature of Krishna's pastimes in Radha. Srila Rupa Goswami wrote, "The knowers of transcendental mellows do not accept these statements that Krishna reveals his adolescence during his childhood as being a pure mellow. The sweetest mellow is the purely human-like one."
Yeah. Human-like, not godly. He behaves like a human, like a. That is the beauty of Prajandananda. Yeah. We want to make things very personal. Now difficulty to understand. Means If he say I'm a God, it's difficult to understand. I want to be like you. I like to be like you, human. How you love, how you feel. I want to relish that. Not about the Leela. And that is the beauty of present moment. How much he loves us. He don't bother to leave his position of God to behave like you. That you can relate, you can love, you can share. I will behave like yeah, that is the beauty. Yesterday, one person wants to explain me worshipping of the God. How to worship the God and how to do the sankalpa to do it and treat it and offer it. He is teaching me. He asked me, you know these things? I said, yeah, I do it. But now I not. Then what puja you do? What worship you do? As I do nothing. Now, before I was doing, now I'm doing nothing. No puja, no path, no bhajan, no tapasya, no yajna, no austerity, nothing. Yes. No desire for this. He was very, very disturbed. Then what you are doing? I said that you will not understand. So not ask. What mad person do? I do not. Eating, drinking, sleeping. That's it. You're wasting your time. I said, thank you. I don't want to change myself. They think when you do sankalpa, when you do some yajna, some austerity that people can recognize you, that becomes ritual and worship. When you make the guru to very big person who has a many ashram, many followers, that is the meaning of guru. We assess guru like this. Because the guru is not a very, very highly elevated and not big ashrams, nothing. But it's not right. Kesar Baba has nothing. But he has many things more than me. My Gurudev is living in one small room. Radha, no ashram, nothing. He never do nothing. In 100 in 15 years, 20 years, total life, never. Many rich followers never accept that. Living like that. Only bhajan. No response. One time they see all such. You don't need to much to blessing. All energy they give penetrate. Must be this way go. If I say you will not understand. But it happens like this. This has to realize. Again, and realization is only based on kripa. I hate people. Really, I can't feel it. Yeah, go on.
The sweetest mellow is the purely human-like one, in which Krishna attains adolescence in the proper course.
Wow.
Other courses.
This is the sweetest mellow when Krishna becomes like us. Because he is a God, I cannot become like him, but he can become like us. Wow. Because he is a God. He can do, can you translate? Say from here.
Lo increíble es que nosotros,
Loudly.
lo increíble es que nosotros no podemos ser como Dios, pero Dios puede ser como nosotros. Eso es el human like, nada bata lila.
God can do that,
Dios puede hacer,
or God cannot do.
o Dios no puede hacer.
If he is a God, he can do what he likes.
Si Él es Dios, Él puede hacer que Él quiere hacer.
And that is his beauty, that he becomes like us.
Eso es la belleza que Él puede volverse como nosotros.
And he behaves like a human.
Y Él se comporta como un ser humano.
That behavior is the supreme, not God doing.
Y este comportamiento
Find
es
any God like
lo supremo. Por eso Él es supremo. Encuentra cualquier otro Dios que pueda hacer eso.
that behavior it becomes supreme.
Ese comportamiento se torna, o Él se convierte así el supremo, porque Él lo puede hacer.
What others cannot do, he is ready to do.
Que otros no pueden hacer, Él puede hacer.
Any example you will show me?
¿Cuál ejemplo me puedes mostrar? ¿Otro ejemplo que actúa así?
Nada.
Nada.
No.
Nada.
Ramachandra, but he cannot do.
Ramachandra no puede hacer lo mismo.
In God, only one, then you will see Ramachandra. But
Dios,
out of etiquette, he not want to do it.
Dios puede ver a Ramachandra, Dios considera como Ramachandra como Dios, pero debido a la etiqueta, Él no puede hacerlo.
But he, out of etiquette, in etiquette, any way, he is ready to do everything for this.
Fuera de la etiqueta, o en la etiqueta, con la misma etiqueta, Él es capaz de hacer cualquier cosa.
What is the priority?
Es la prioridad,
Love.
el amor. O sea,
That is the supreme personality of God.
esa es la suprema personalidad de Dios.
God only wants to listen his glorification.
Dios únicamente quiere escuchar sus glorificaciones. Como
You are great, you are almighty, you are supreme.
tú eres grande, tú eres todopoderoso, tú eres el supremo.
And this Krishna, he become very happy when the gopis say you are womanizer.
Entonces Krishna se vuelve muy feliz cuando las gopis le dicen que tú eres un mujeriego.
You are naughty.
Tú eres
You
travieso.
are cheater.
Tú eres un engañador.
You are liar.
Tú eres uno que hace mentiras, mentiroso.
Say, but so much they love me.
¿Cómo me aman? Tanto me aman.
Wow. Never anyone do like this to me.
Nunca alguien lo hace semejante cosa conmigo.
You can be talk like this to anyone without love.
Tú puedes hablar así a alguien con esas palabras sin
When
amor.
your intense love goes, then you say you are a liar. You are cheating me. You are not honest with me.
Cuando
Although he is honest, but you will say these things.
Cuando empiezas a actuar el intenso amor, tú puedes hacer, tú eres un engañador, tú eres un mentiroso, etcétera, etcétera. Eso es debido al amor,
This means there is a love.
porque eso significa que aquí
There is
existe un amor.
no worshiping nature.
No es una naturaleza de glorificar o adorar.
Parallel feelings.
Los mismos sentimientos son ahí.
No much difference in between you and me.
No hay mucha diferencia entre ti y entre mí.
Say, Radha.
Radhe Radhe